everybody, my name is Aubrey and I am an opera singer and a voice coach. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about Naomi Jon, a YouTuber who just recently dropped a handful of music videos. I'm super pumped to take a peek at the acoustic version of Naomi. It looks really awesome. I've been hearing a lot of cool feedback about the different techniques she's using. So without further ado, we're going to just take a look and talk a little bit about the different styles of singing that she utilizes throughout this film.
Do you wanna be me? I got a recipe. Can't cook shit, but I'm a damn sweet catastrophe. I set the kitchen on fire. The smoke is getting me high, but that's okay. I can still eat the cake though. Are you listening? 'Cause that's the biz I'm in.
So, right off the bat, I love that fry on the first word she sings, the kind of intro, because it kind of catches your attention and it does separate itself from the rest of the line. It's a really cool little color. I also like that it's not everywhere. I think that fry is a great tool, but some people use it on every single onset, and that's personal preference of mine. I really like when it's used just to draw in the focus of the audience versus being used at every single turn. So the other thing I really love is that low note that she gets to. Right off the bat, she has a nice, warm, full, rich color, which I enjoy listening to. And I think the other thing that it does really well is blend quite smoothly with her higher register, which is nice. You know, it's just fun to listen to. The thing that I will say is I'm having trouble understanding what she just said. In the most recent line, it's a little bit hard for me to hear because the diction is a little bit fuzzy and fluffy. I think if I were involved in the process in any way, I would probably encourage her a little bit to focus on that diction. Despite the fact that the color is really good there, I like that soft color she's going for, I would still hope she's focused enough on the diction that the words can translate well to the audience.
Live my life on Hawaii, never gonna retire, but that's okay, you're never gonna break my backbone. Ooh, there's no need
nice little fry there
to change the way you are, the way you are.
Nice. So right there, I loved that little grit she had, that little double pitched sound that she had. Yeah, that was very smooth, very sultry and fun. It adds a little bit of extra pizzazz to the way that she's singing that particular line. And I think it also does match with her little use of fry. It kind of blends it all together and it comes across as a cohesive element to the song.
You can hate me, you can love me, but don't act like you already know me. Think you own me, oh Naomi. No thanks, I'd rather be the only one to rule my kingdom. There's no king I'm missing. You can hate me, you can love me, but don't act like you already know me. Yeah.
Cool. So I will say her me is a little bit hard for my taste. Personally, I would go for a little bit more of a schwa vibe, which for those of you guys who have hung around with me long enough, you know that I really like neutralizing a lot of vowels as we go up into the higher register. And by that, I mean using an sound. Schwas are So if we add a little bit of that to an E sound, it comes across a little bit warmer and it makes going up to the high notes a little bit more connected to the rest of our voice. Again, there could be a reason why she's doing it. My guess as to why she would choose to have a pretty hard E vowel is because she is trying to get across the importance of that particular sound. I do really like that. I think it does draw attention to what she is saying. However, I think that the me is a little bit too hard, so it does kind of distract me slightly. So instead of me, I would say me. A little bit warmer, a little bit fuller, and it's a little bit more vertical if you think about it like that. It just kind of a little bit more vertical versus me, which is kind of straight across the mouth. So it's really subtle. I mean, I'm being very nitpicky here because I think she's doing a great job. These are just little things that if I were hanging out with her, I'd probably bring up.
Bringing the heat, makeup on fleek, blasting my songs in the backseat, double the speed, get on your knees, give me the bars on the back street. I want it that way, 'cause I'm a bad babe, and that's okay. I've never been a saint, yeah. How you kidding me? You call me wanna be, it's not my fault.
Yeah, I'd be smiling too. It's pretty smooth.
You know I'm falling around.
There's that fry again.
Can be sound.
Oh, smooth.
Say yes. Oh, there's no light when you hold back your tongue. Your tongue.
That was a lot of jaw motion, but that's again kind of peaky.
But don't act like you already know me. Think you own me, oh Naomi. No thanks, I'd rather be the only. You can hate me, you can love me, but don't act like you already know me. Think you own me, oh Naomi. No thanks, I'd rather be the only one to rule my kingdom.
Nice. I like that low stuff.
King, I'm missing. You can hate me, you can love me. Yeah.
Sounded great. I will say lots of jaw motion, a little bit too much jaw motion for my taste, but really beautifully done. I'm very impressed with it. It sounds really fun. She looks like she's having a blast. I will say I have a huge focus on making sure that my singers and myself look like we're having fun. A lot of the times when people are singing, they don't always let go and enjoy the process of making noise. That does not mean they have to be like smiling the entire time. I think what's really cool about this particular version that she did is that it actually is quite smooth, it's quite fun. She's using a whole bunch of techniques. We heard a little bit of that soft, airy falsetto, which I like. When we go up there to that falsetto spot, all we have to do is just add a little bit of like a gasket thing. Thinking about somebody swooning in the 1800s. And you just kind of use that same technique, but focus on the pitch. You can start adding it into your own versions of songs as well. It's a very cool technique. It also can be a little bit hard to fuse to the midsection because the higher section then has a little bit more air than we would assume. When I'm going back and forth between a full voice chest and this light, fluffy, airy top part, I need to be very careful. When we're going to that spot, we want to be delicate, we want to be gentle. The other thing I want to mention is that jaw motion. She uses quite a lot of intense jaw motion to facilitate some of those little nuanced changes she makes and those little ornaments she uses. And although it could just be performative, right? She's like standing there and singing and she wants something to give to the camera. That's a vibe. It could be performative, but it also could be indicative of something that she is doing when she's actively in the recording studio. I always like to let people know that if we're using all of these muscles, they aren't necessarily helping us make a better sound. They kind of act like a placebo in some ways. Like it kind of makes you feel like you're in control over these different techniques, but that doesn't mean it's actually the case. So I always like to just bring it up if I see a lot of extra motion in the jaw. Do you actually need it? Do you? I actually really like this acoustic version. I think it's really fun. I get a better feel for some of the things she's trying to express, particularly in her chorus. So Although I do like the original music video, I actually have a very big soft spot for this acoustic version. So Naomi, if you're watching this, herzliche Glückwünsche. Es ist ein so cooles Video. Good job. And for my audience members, feel free to ask me any questions about different techniques you saw in this video that I didn't touch upon, because there's many things that every singer does. And I look forward to sharing with you guys more different technique breakdowns. Have a great day, everybody, and as always, keep singing.
Beyond this mountain top that I have